Okay, cool. So the next product I'm keen to discuss is what's called the Tesla suit, not connected to Tesla, I believe. This is a full-body haptic feedback piece of smart clothing. So if somebody touches you on your left shoulder in VR, you will feel it in the real world. And I've tried one of these out. They are absolutely insane. I've been shot before in the chest in video games, and you can feel it, but not quite to the level that I'm obviously in the real world. But let's have a look at the Tesla suit, and let's get your perspective.
Tesla Suit is a human-to-digital interface, the only of its kind, designed to simulate experience and accelerate mastery in the physical world. Tesla Suit inputs haptic feedback to any area of the body, from gentle touch to feelings of physical exertion.
So you can feel the pressure as well.
And outputs motion capture and biometrics. Tesla Suit accelerates VR training with performance monitoring and sensation.
And that's what you were talking about earlier,
Users
about somebody in a
experience
warehouse using it.
scenarios as though they've lived them. In the physical world, errors in operating procedure can be costly. Trainers are a limited resource, and mastery requires
Of course,
endless input
workouts
and repetition.
and
With
sports,
Tesla Suit,
you could certainly see that. You can
trainer
practice your
inputs
golf
are
swing over and
embedded
over
in the
again.
simulation. Users train with autonomy, and mastery is achieved with less repetition by programming operating procedure into muscle memory. In high-stakes industries, where errors can cost millions of dollars or human lives, Tesla Suit reduces risk by training safety protocol into reflex. Training requires less time and human resources, and users perform reliably, like masters, on day one. On heavy industrial sites, on-the-job injuries are reduced by perfecting technique. Public safety professionals develop the instincts they'll need in the heat of the moment. Tesla Suit captures the movement of individuals and teams, enabling experts to analyze performance, both in training and in the field. In any field, the Tesla Suit Developer Toolkit supports rapid development of accelerated training solutions, and mastery can now be scaled infinitely. Tesla Suit. Master reality.
Okay, cool. Interesting. What's your perspective, Nabil, on the Tesla suit?
I think Tesla suit is, I haven't seen it before, but it looks quite interesting with the VR.
Yeah.
So it just brings the VR into reality.
Yeah, it makes you can feel.
Yeah, you can feel
what's happening in the digital world.
Yeah. So in the VR, it's like, when you just use the Samsung one,
Sure.
It feels like, you will get dizzy, but if you are feeling with this Tesla, so it feels like you're actually in there. So your body is also being light to, not just your eyes. So
yeah, I didn't think about the motion sickness. I'm not sure if it has an effect on reducing it, but in theory, it could do if you are, if it makes you feel like you are there more, if that makes sense. What's your thoughts on the Tesla suit?
I don't know. I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
You could do training, you could do gaming. The other one was like you could just put it in the corner of your living room and run around with it. This one feels like you could try it for gaming. You could try it for a bunch of other things. Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Okay. What's your take on this, Paul?
I thought the angle of training industrial techniques very interesting. Developing muscle memory quicker.
Yes.
I mean, maybe surgery, high risk situations.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a thumbs up for me.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we were all in VR together, and I mentioned this earlier, but if I shot you in the chest with a digital gun, okay, obviously digital, and you could feel that simulation and that happening, that could be great for the military, right? If you're in or just in video games in general. Do you think militaries could benefit from this and will end up using it? What would your take be?
Yeah, definitely. It is, in terms of cost, it's not going to cost much.
We'll talk about the price in a second.
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay. Yeah, but again, I think for military, it will be really good. Yeah. And when people use this on their own, they could, similar to video games, people will develop and new techniques,
Yeah.
there's no the risk is quite less, so people can try new things, so they can push the borders of the limitations of humans. So I think it's really good. So,
do you see it being used by armies potentially for training?
We're told it's all about developing reactions, muscle memory.
Yeah.
How fast they can train the soldiers. If this improves it, then it's a go, isn't it?
Okay. Price. What do you think?
Well, yeah, that depends. I mean,
do you know how much it is?
Well, it kind of depends relative to what, right? Like, how else do you sticking to this military angle? Like, what's your price otherwise? Like, you have to build like a field, right, where they can do practical exercise otherwise, which is a ton of money.
Well, what if you combined it with the first product? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, 10K maybe. I don't know, 1K, 10K, somewhere there. I don't know.
What would your guess be?
Yeah, around 10 to 15K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Price 50.
50.
Okay.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. It's currently, as far as I can find, about $15,000 for each of these, which is quite a lot of money for a gamer isn't going to buy this yet to play Call of Duty or whatever shooting games are popular, right? But it could be bought by a government for use of what we mentioned. The price is going to come down, obviously, and it's going to get smaller and thinner and better. I was speaking to somebody who works for a competitor of Tesla Suit recently, and he believes in less than 2-3 decades, most people won't wear normal clothing. They'll wear haptic feedback clothing. And that will be integrated into obviously AR as well as VR. So you can go on AR, and what's the most popular AR game in the world? Pokemon Go. You remember that on the phone? We have that, for example, on AR glasses like these. But I could see Pikachu. If Pikachu runs up to me and kicks off my chest, I'll feel that. Right? Does that sound crazy to you, or what do you think, Jan? Do you think that's a possibility?
I mean, I don't. I don't like the Pikachu angle. Is not super. I don't know. Honestly, but
a random way of
approaching this. Hard to say. I'm really on the fence here with this one.
Okay. Could you see haptic clothing when the price is regular? A little bit more than regular clothing. Do you see a lot of people wearing it?
No, just for some occasions, yeah.
Sure.
But no, I don't see it as a normal wearing clothes. Yeah.
What do you think?
I've got an open mind on this.
Yeah.
I think something like this will happen in the future.
Yeah.
Right? That we rely on our responses, right, and the way we feel, and this is another angle to that.
Okay. Let's get your ratings, please, out of 10 on the Tesla Suit. We had 17 for the Omni one. Now we've got a lot more than 17. Okay, cool. Hey, thanks for watching this YouTube video. If you want to see more like this, please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.